ATATA than Ness. This is going to be a much more faster-paced set.
Yeah.
Significantly faster.
This is not the first time this matchup has been on stream at Rock the Rumble.
That checks out.
We had a Dr. Mario Mania that's going to make PR, and then we found out he was lying. He had a fake vaccination card. He was 16. Like
That's
a week
insane.
before PR was coming
That
out.
is crazy.
He like showed up and he was like making top 4 constantly. Like, where did you come from? He's 16. We played Dr. Mario. Anyways, getting into it. We have to actually focus this set.
Yeah.
I'm a big Dr. Mario.
I love Dr. Mario until one knocked me out of bracket and gauntlet.
Very valid.
No. Dr. Mario is super sick.
Dr. Mario is my second favorite character in the game to play.
And I don't normally like Ness. However, ATATA's Ness is like a master class of the character.
If we're trying to sell me on Ness, I don't think Yo-Yo Edgeguard is the way to do it.
No, probably not. But when I had never seen him play before. I had never seen ATATA play before. And he once, I watched him for the first time. I commentated a set of his. And it surprised me just how fast he can play.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've watched ATATA before.
It's like, okay, like, what was he at? He sniped his jump with
very
that.
low.
Like, it was like, because like, this is like super nerdy. It's the percent changes color, obviously, and it's like white for like the first like 10%, and then it like gets like slightly yellow for like 10-20%, and then slightly darker up until like it just keeps getting darker. So it wasn't like 30%.
Okay.
It was like somewhere between 30 and 40. And I only know that because I look at this video game way too much.
Now, on a different note, the one thing I have to establish about the set, if Radars hits an empty land tomahawk down B, that's the angle.
That's the ankle?
That's my favorite move, is just land the tornado. They didn't do it this set, and they lost, so I'm just saying,
that is,
if they whip it out again. Mabel's also not a stranger to Regional Rumble. I believe they got 3rd or 4th at Regional Rumble too.
No, he's, reigning champ. You created a whole new
got knocked out of
tournament.
bracket and I stopped paying attention. I will say, back to black Dr. Mario, this is the ult they usually use.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on with yellow.
Yeah, they just want to try something new.
Match the event colors.
Yeah, exactly. But ATATA like really kind of handed it to Mabel there. I mean, Mabel was fighting for sure.
Mabel had some good. I think without that air dodge kill at 40, as we calculated.
Yeah. But we'll see how this one shapes out a little bit better. And it still feels like 100% doable. Mabel is like insane. Mabel is crazy to me and very funny because they had to change the PR rules because of Mabel in Chicago. Because Mabel became top 5 in Chicago in like the last like 2 weeks of the PR season.
Yeah.
And they had to change the rules like immediately.
I joined. They tried to do it again almost.
Yes.
I joined the Chicago PR panel a few seasons ago, and they were just talking like, "Hey, are we going to have to apply the Mabel rule to Mabel again this season?" I was like, "What is the Mabel rule?"
Yeah, the Mabel rule. Because Mabel doesn't go to anything, and then like the last 2 weeks goes to everything, wins, and then dips.
Based, first of all.
Oh yeah. But now there is a rule in place to prevent that.
I'll also say this, which if you scroll back on the VODs on his YouTube channel, I'm sure you'll find me say both other times of commentating Mabel. There was a time in late quarantine, Mabel was like, if anyone wants to pick up this character, let me know and I'll coach you before I drop him in full-time main snake. It's 3 years later, Mabel. Where's the stake?
I much prefer the Dr. Mario, to be honest.
I do too. I was like, oh man, I got one Dr. Mario rep that's English. I don't want to watch Mosudo Moms. Mabel or Radar's pill placement is so good. They're so good at following up on it and just stringing them together. You see, they get their uppy out of it a lot.
This is so off topic. I'm so sorry. You remember the Waidu tournament?
Yeah, I've had to DQ out of that both times.
Wow, that's unfortunate. I had a lot of fun doing it. I will forever have. Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah.
I will forever have a Dr. Mario win on my Start GG
go.
Because a guy was like, hey, I don't want to play.
Oh, the puzzle game?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Mario's fun.
So he was like, yeah, 1v1 me on this. And I was like, I don't think you want to do that. And he's like, no, it'll be fun. I'm like, okay. And then I absolutely dog walked him. He was like, oh, well, GG's.
That's really good. That game's very fun, bud.
It is a lot of fun. I should go back to playing.
If you ever drop Smash, you can get a competitive
Competitive Dr. Mario.
I got speedrun something. Yeah, I mean, Raiders are doing very good here, but down 2-0 because I think this is a tough matchup.
Yeah, it's hard because, like, you're Dr. Mario, so you're a little bit slower. And Ness can kind of just, like, run everywhere and be outside of the range that he always wants to be at.
Then, like, one of Doc's biggest weaknesses, obviously, is that right. It wasn't real fun, wasn't it? What kind of
Hit it, grab bullshit.
check the disc.
Check him, controller.
Check him controller.
Check him, controller. He's got the macro.
I think the other thing is that Doc has slightly more trouble playing it.
Yes.
Got up smash, but usually you want a pill confirm, which is on the ground, or you want like a tilted smash.
Or a grab
Up,
confirm.
you got a shield, you got grab confirm. Dr. Mario, every move kills, but most of them are grounded.
Yeah.
Between that and getting hit by get thunder off stage, yo-yo, it's very easy to get edge.
Why is Dr. Mario in this game? I'm just now coming to terms with this. Why is he in this game?
They tried to get rid of him. People were mad.
They tried to get rid of him.
They're like, hey, we need people for our game that takes 10 months to develop. We're not inviting you back next year. And people rioted. Right now, Raiders holding on to a lead.
This is hard because, like, Radar is obviously a fantastic player, but ATATA is, like, at all times, it feels, always a step ahead.
Yeah. I mean, how many times has he been ranked number one?
I don't know.
Maybe more than once.
Definitely more than once.
Now, just once?
Is it just once?
Statisticians in the chat enjoy this.
Wow. They're gonna kill us on Twitter. They're like, how dare you get this stat wrong?
I would never dare to be ranked top 110 more than once. Never be.
Oh, you know what? You know what it was? Why I thought that? Because he like a few times. Oh, it
And
didn't
for
count.
what?
All of that, only for him to go the wrong direction.
Up smash.
But I think ATATA, like, a few times could have been ranked, and then, like, just really didn't make the requirement.
Yeah, that like every other season, they're not eligible.
Yeah, they're, like, at school, yeah.
Up smash! See? Eventually.
It will kill eventually.
Now, for the chat, here's my very fun fact at the Dr. Mario segment.
All right, there we go.
Awesome, one less follower. Great. Back to yellow. Full rotation.
I think they're just switching skins.
It's KK.
Let's go, KK. That's my
Proud
go.
popped off for KK.
Everyone's popping off for KK. When I was in high school, I worked on the school newspaper.
Okay.
And there was a week where I was just very into KK slider remixes.
Okay.
So I was always in charge of the music for when we were working. And so just a week straight, I just played KK slider remixes.
I feel like that fits for like a high school journalism club.
And no, this was a class.
Okay.
So our teacher was like, what am I listening to? And I'm like, don't worry about it. Like,
When was this year-wise?
this would have been my senior year of high school.
What like calendar year was it?
2019.
So this is before
Yes.
New Horizons.
This was before I had ever touched an Animal
I
Crossing.
was about to say, is this at least in like the New
No.
Horizons hype cycle?
No, not at all. This was in the period where people weren't sure if New Horizons was even going to come out.
You just got like really into Minecraft YouTubers that week. You're like, what's this background music?
There was also the time I got kicked off of music duties because I played right before we went to print. We were behind by like 3 pages, and so I played the black and white low health music, and everyone was like, "This is stressing me out. Can we change it?" And I was like, "I don't know. I kind of like it."
Stop. Oh, that might be it. You have no jump.
Ooh, he went.
Yeah, no jump.
Yeah, no jump. It's hard. I don't know how I feel about taking I don't know how I feel about leaving the stage open against him. Because if you're Dr. Mario, like, I know. Ooh. Well,
It's tough too because of how many moves kill on the top.
Right.
Especially with big ass ceiling. Your up smash is not beatable.
Right. So I feel like, but I mean, it's Ness, Dr. Mario. I can't imagine there are a lot of good stages.
Yeah, I trust that whatever he banned was more important to ban. It just.
They're up there and we're.
Yeah.
We're behind the curtain.
We are behind the curtain.
Okay, but they're playing.
We're like in the Illuminati.
Okay, but they're playing.
We control the weather. We set the switches to have KK Slider during top 8. So we control the world.
True. I love KK Slider.
Okay, back here. Kill. Air dodge and read.
Yup.
Very early on the dash attack.
Yeah, it feels like people playing just like a tad more nervous than I'm like used to them playing.
They're almost like autopilot.
Yeah, it's like there's just like there's just like always barely off. I think that's just it.
Well,
I don't think they have a no. They don't have
No
a
jump.
no jump. Yeah.
3-1 for ATATA.
Yeah.
I would imagine that's number 1 seed sitting in the winners finals.
Yeah.